There have been warnings for years about the declining health of the Murray-Darling River system, but a leaked scientific report has delivered the most dire prediction yet. It says if water isn't released into the choking Coorong wetlands and lower lakes in South Australia, they'll die within months. The predicted deadline for disaster falls a month before the ministerial council in charge of solving the problem is even due to discuss it. Carbonell reports.
To the untrained eye, these vast lakes at the lower end of the Murray River in South Australia could still be thriving. But those big areas of beach shouldn't be there. They show a system shrinking beyond return. On the ground, the crisis is more obvious. It's not just water disappearing, but the plant and animal species it supports.
We see turtles struggling to survive, covered with huge outgrowths of marine worm. When we see estuarine crabs smothered with barnacles and on their last legs dying with a weight of barnacles on them, we can't help but be concerned.
Locals in this area despair over the leaked report's dire warning, but hope it might finally force action.
There has been so much clamour for more than a decade for something to be done down here, and here we've been facing a critical it's a crisis, literally a crisis for economic terms and environmental terms and social terms.
The receding waterline is causing acid sulphate soils to appear, which can turn water acidic and release toxic heavy metals. The leaked scientific report says without sufficient water, some species will not be recoverable. Many of the unique ecological attributes that make this area significant internationally will be irreversibly lost. And it warns the decline in ecological character can only be halted and reversed if substantial freshwater inflows are received within the next 6 months.
These scientists have been crystal clear in their analysis, and it's not very often that you hear this kind of language coming from scientists. They say that unless we provide freshwater flows to the lower lakes in the Coorong within 6 months, then all of the characteristics for which those lakes in the Coorong are internationally significant will be irreversibly and irretrievably damaged.
There are implications for Adelaide's water supply too. The ACF wants the Ministerial Council to urgently consider a range of rescue options.
There are opportunities for temporarily changing the rules which govern Menindee Lakes, which has a whole lot of water in it. Some of the water could be transferred from there downstream to the lower lakes in the Coorong. There are also enormous opportunities to buy water from willing sellers, mostly cotton growers, a number of whom have said that this year they would rather use their water to help the environment than grow a crop of cotton.
The federal opposition and the Greens also want an emergency response.
We need an urgent ministerial meeting before July 4th. We need an urgent declaration of a national emergency. And finally, we need an urgent plan right now to save the lower lakes.
We can't wait until after winter to see if we've got enough water. We need to be making the arrangements now.
The federal government denies it has delayed dealing with the issue.
Can I say there's been no deferral on dealing with the lower lakes and Coorong, but there is a recognition that this is a difficult problem that is connected to the problems across the Murray-Darling Basin.
Senator Wong says the issue can be addressed out of session before the next Ministerial Council meeting.
I have asked my department for some urgent advice. In addition, the Murray-Darling Basin Commission has been actively looking at this issue.
In the meantime, the federal government has put $6 million into a stopgap measure, pumping water from one lake to another. Carbonell, Lateline.